Jai Shri Krishna to everyone. Thank you for waiting. And I think you might have did Hanuman Chalisa part. Have you? That's good. So here right in front of Lord Radha Krishna, Lord Rama, Goddess Durga, in the divine presence of Bhagavan Shiva and all other deities we have in our temple here, we are here to discuss something about Sanatana Dharma. You might have so many questions. That quest for the knowledge, that is called Jigyasa in our Shastras. It all starts with the Jigyasa. If you read Brahma Sutra, it starts with Athato Brahma Jigyasa. Now we want to know something about that Brahman, that Almighty, that Supreme Reality. When you want to learn something, you can learn not from gurus only. You can learn from the air, from the Mother Earth, from the water. I'm telling this according to Śrīmad Bhagavatam, Canto 11. There is a dialogue between a king called Yadu, the ancestor of Lord Krishna. Okay? And that's why Krishna is called Yadav. Hey Yadav, Hey Krishna, Hey Yadav, Hey Sakheti. That is what we call him by different names. So, Yadu asked something to Bhagavan Dattatreya. And Dattatreya gives very good answers of all those questions of King Yadu. And King Yadu asked him, who is your guru? Who is your master? And Datta Avadhut replied, I have my 24 gurus. Oh, these many? So Dattatreya says, there might be one guru who initiates you, but there are many gurus and there should be many gurus when you want to learn something from. So you can learn something from Mother Earth. You can learn something from the ant, from the bird, from the sky, from the fire. So there are 24 gurus. Even when concluding his speech, he told one beautiful thing to King Yadu, that apart from these 24 gurus, I have one more guru. And you know what? Who is he? What is it? It's my body. That's my 25th guru. So even our body teaches you something. So, the quest for the knowledge should be there. If that quest is not there, even if you go to school and university, you would not learn anything, right? So teaching is different thing and learning is different thing. There are teachers who teach us, but if we do not learn, it is wastage of time, right? So you learn only when that quest is there. See, I did my schooling and all in Gujarati medium only, okay? Yes, I had my 4 years in Commerce College in English medium. But at that time, we were not that much familiar with the language. And so Professor what he was teaching us, sab upar se ja. And at the end of the lecture, one of the professor was used to tell a joke to us and make us laugh. So we were enjoying his lecture, and without fail we were attending his lecture, because at the end, lekin what he taught us, Jaya. So language was the barrier, even if too rare. But then I started learning English, and especially coming in these countries, in USA, in Europe, and especially when it comes to interacting with youth, I think I should learn English, and that's why I started learning English. And that's why I could speak now and interact with you. Though I'm not that fluent in English like you people, I find some difficulty in finding some appropriate words, but still, I think I'm okay. So, thank you for waiting, and let us start now. So, who is going to ask the first question? Raise your hand. Okay, and then introduce yourself, and then ask. Stand up. Give her the mic. Narvai mom. Indian? How to spell your name, Peter?
Megan.
Okay, Megan.
I am 10.
Okay.
My question is, who made God?
Who made God? I only face this type of questions here in America. And especially from youth. Isn't it a wonderful question? Who made God? Wow. Yes, we know that God made all this universe. He created all this universe. But who created God? No one has created God, because there was no one, and there was nothing except God initially. So it was Him only. So He was, in fact He is in different forms and names, and at the end, when this world, this universe will come to an end, so only it is Him who will exist. So, when there was no one before God, so no one can create God. There should be someone who can make God. But there was no one before God. It was Him only. So, it cannot be, you might have the younger one, elder ones, you might know, because we are taught in school. There is energy and nothing but energy, right? The energy is equal to mc square. The energy which cannot be created, which cannot be destroyed. The energy changes its form only. So God is the supreme energy which cannot be created, which cannot be destroyed either. So it exists only. It's all about this. What is God? It is all about the supreme existence, that supreme reality. And that is why our Vedas say, Purukha evedam sarvam. It's all nothing but Him. So He was, He is, and He will, and still He is not in the boundaries of time and space. Again, we are taught about time and space, right? But He is not limited to time and space. So He is everywhere. He is all the time. That is why we say in Chatushloki Bhagavatam, in the last verse of Chatushloki Bhagavatam, Etavadeva jigyasyam tattva jigyasunatmanah anvaya vyatirekāvyam yatsyāt sarvatra sarvada. Sarvatra, everywhere, and sarvada, all the time. So He is omnipresent, He is omnipotent, He is omniscient. So He is the supreme energy which cannot be created, which cannot be destroyed. It changes its form only. Good. Thank you.
So my name is David and I'm 10. My name is David and I'm 10. So how did Ashwatthama gain immortality?
Vishnu Pita.
No, Ashwatthama.
Good. Daivik. In fact, we all are immortal. But our bodies are mortal. The inner divine self is immortal. That is Atman. That soul is immortal. But in scriptures it is said that there are 7 persons who are immortal. Ashwatthama, Madhuryaso, Namaḥ, Vidishana, Krupaha, Parshuramāscha, Saptaite, Chirajīvina. So people like Ashwatthama you would find in every yuga, all the time. People like Bali, who sometimes gives their everything for the betterment of this society. Everything. Bali offered everything to Lord Vaman, right? So there are people everywhere like Bali who are that generous. There are people like Vyas. So it is called Vyaspit, right? Even you people call us Vyas. Who is the Vyasji who is going to tell the story of Krishna, who is going to render in Śrīmad Bhagavatam. So it is Vyaspit, and the one who sits on the Vyaspit is called Vyasa. So the first one, he was Veda Vyasa. But now everyone, when Shambhai rendered Śrīmad Bhagavatam, he is Vyasa. So in that sense, Vyasa is also immortal. So these 7 are immortal because they did their karma in a way that sometimes you would find people like them anytime in this society. So in fact we all are immortal as far as that inner self is concerned, but our bodies are mortal. Thank you. Who is next? Raise your hand.
Any older kids, don't be shy, okay? Go ahead.
Because they are older, they will come at the end.
Anybody? He's gonna remember his question. Yeah.
My name is Ria and I'm 13 years old. And what are ways that we can respect and serve God?
What are?
Yeah, what are ways that we can
Rādhe.
respect and serve?
Number 1, Ria, as we just discussed, God is everywhere and all the time, right? So, in different forms, we see only Him. There are different types of food. You might like one dish, you might not like the other. You would choose pizza for yourself or taco for yourself. You might not go for roti, you might go for tacos. But all is food. All has its nutritional values. Right? So to survive, we need to eat food. Okay? So worshipping God is our necessity. If we disconnect, He is everywhere all the time anyway, but if we are not connected with Him, it's very difficult to survive. Anyway, you are connected and that's why you are surviving. But when you are not connected with Him mentally, and when you do not worship for some time, one of the doctors, one of the psychologists might be very highly literate, very highly educated. I am forgetting the name, but he is from USA only. So he says, 10 minutes positive thinking. Now listen this carefully. 10 minutes positive thinking counterbalances all the negativities of your whole day. And it is true. In other words, I can put it in this way. 10 minutes prayer. Positive thinking is prayer. Is worshipping God. It can counterbalance all the negativities of your whole day. So prayer has this much power. So, how can we worship God? Yes, there are many ways to worship Him. We come to temple every day, if not every day, in every weekend, and we have darshan of Lord Radha Krishna here in our Samarpan temple, or sitting at home in our little temple. We all have temple in our houses, right?
Yeah.
So our houses, in fact, are like temple where God resides. We always want to be with God, be with Him, and is always with you. But Krishna says, I'm with you, I'm not for you. You are supposed to fight. You are supposed to work. I'm with you. The guiding force, right, who inspires us. So we can do japa, we can do puja. That is one way of worshipping Him. But in fact, according to Bhagavad Gītā, we should worship Him every moment. Is that possible? One should worship Him every moment. Is that possible? Yes. How? That Bhagavad Gītā teaches us. You are in your school or in your university, attending lectures. Do that work. Or our parents go to job and they work there. Whatever you do it as worship of God. Your every karma should be a worship of God. When I speak, I should speak that I am worshipping God. It is puja. So, Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gītā, Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu mam anusmara yudhyacha. Arjuna, you are right here in the battlefield of Kurukshetra to fight your war. Remember, I am with you, but you also be with me. Mam anusmara. Always remember, He is with us. But do we remember that He is with us? He is right there around us. So in every difficult moment, can we turn to Him so He can inspire you? He is with us every moment, and that's why we are breathing. Even in your sound sleep, your heart works. Right? You breathe every moment. See what the beautiful machine we are blessed with, this human body. So He is with us every moment. And that's why we are living. But do we remember that He is with us every moment? That's why Krishna says, Mam anusmara. Yudhyacha, and do your work. Every work of our is a fight in fact. Even if we breathe, we fight to survive. It's a war. Every moment we are supposed to fight. And that's why we are surviving. When we eat food, it's a war. You are eating because you want to survive. So, every moment, remember God. Remember that He is around you. He is inside. He is around. Antarbahiravastitam. He is everywhere and all the time. And do your work. So that is also worship. Swakarmana tamadhyarcha siddhim vindati manavaha. That is what Lord Krishna teaches us in Bhagavad Gītā. Swakarmana tamabhyarcha. By making our every action a puja of Lord Krishna, you would bless with the success. Then success becomes prasāda for you. Because you are blessed sometimes you are blessed with failure also. Remember that. That is also a prasāda. It's for betterment of the devotees. Sometimes God bless you with the success, and sometimes God bless us with the failure. But have that faith. It is good, whatever His blessing is. So accept it as a blessing, a prasāda. Sometimes your mother scold you, right? Sometimes they love you. But when she is scolding you, saying something loudly and she is shouting at you, does that mean that she doesn't love you at that time? She loves you anyway, right? Even if she is shouting at you, she gets angry. She is always full of love for you. Like that, God loves everyone, every creature, because all is His creation. So by our action, by our every action, we can worship Him. So there are different ways of worshipping Him. This is one of the ways also. One of the ways. And by making our every action a worship, we will be blessed with that success, that experience, and we will be more and more rich with those experiences. And that those all experiences will make us wise. Jai Shri Krishna. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Shri, and my question is, what are some things that should never be given up in the Bhagavad Gītā? What are a few things that should not be given up in the Bhagavad Gītā?
There are few things.
What are the few things that should not be given up in Bhagavad Gītā?
Should be given up.
Should not be given up.
Should not be given up. છોકરાઓ તમારા pronunciation સમજવામાં મને જોઈએ. The American accent is different. The British accent is different. And Indian accent is totally different. To make you laugh, I was traveling here in USA. It is before, I'm talking before 30 years. So I was up in the sky, and the air hostess came to me, and she asked, "What would you like to have, sir?" Because according to my religious discipline, I do not eat those outside foods. So I told her, I'm carrying my food with me. Please bring me water. She said, I beg your pardon, sir. Water? Sir, I can't understand you. Then I said, water. Oh, you want water? Then I learned what is the difference between water and water. What are the, we can say, main teachings of Bhagavad Gītā which we cannot forget? One of the teachings is this, just what I just discussed with you. So make your every action pūjā, a worship. When you do your karma, with the bhava that I am worshipping him, you cannot do wrong karma. Right? If I steal, will that make happy to him? If I get unnecessarily angry and fight with someone, will that make God happy? If I speak lie, will that make God happy? So what is puja? The action to do that action, those karmas who make God happy. Tena Shri Parameshwarah Priyatam Namaḥ. That is how we offer our karma at the end. At the end of puja, we offer that puja to Lord Krishna. And then we say, Tena Shri Parameshwarah Anena Pujanena Bhagavan Shri Krishna Priyatam Namaḥ. May Lord be happy with this karma which I am offering. And Shri Krishna says in Bhagavad Gītā, Yad karoshi, yad karosi, yad ashnasi, yad juhosi dadasi yad tapasyasi kaunteya, tat kurushva madarpanam. So whatever you do according to Vedas, what Vedas teaches us. And then offer all those karmas to me. So do your every karma. Now karma is a very familiar word in English dictionary also, right? So do your karma as you worshipping God, and then offer those karmas to God. And that's why we at the end we say Kayena vacha manasendriyeva buddhyatmana va prakrute svabhavat karomi yadyat sakalam parasmai narayanayeti samarpayami. So first teaching is this. Second, always be untrue. Be ready for the struggle. Never quit. Face the problems. Every problem has its own solution inside the problem itself. Every problem, if it is she is pregnant right from the birth. What does that mean? Every problem has its own solution within itself. You just have to be patient. Be patient. Wait for that solution. Try to understand your problem. Don't quit. Don't go away. Don't run away. Face the problem. Try to understand. If you do not understand your enemy, you are going to lose your war. So to win, it is necessary to understand our enemy. What are our enemy's strengths and what are weaknesses? So try to understand those problems. And believe me, every problem has its own solution within the problem only. And you would find that solution. So have that faith in Him. Faith, in yourself. Because Krishna is with me. Yes, I'm going to conquer. Have that confidence. So it's about self-confidence. It's about trust in our team members. It's about faith in God. So faith in self, faith in the team members, and faith in God. And then have that patience. Try to understand your enemy. Means try to understand your problem, and you would find solutions. So don't run away. Arjun was about to run away. He was about to quit. He told Krishna, I don't want to fight. And Krishna, what is Bhagavad Gītā is all about? Krishna made Arjuna to fight. Don't run away. Face the problem. Try to understand the situation. You cannot run away. That is not the solution. Third thing. Whatever you do, every karma has its own result, own fruit. You might win, you might lose. You can get a success. You might have to face the failure. Accept it. And learn something from your failure. Make your failure your guru. Your failure can teach you something, some lessons. And learn to digest your failure and your success, your victory. Both. And be a yogi. Yogi knows how to digest the failure and how to digest the victory. If you cannot digest your victory, that will make you arrogant. And if you can't digest your failure, you might go to depression. So it is all about managing our emotions. And that's why Bhagavad Gītā is all about management also. It's not only about spirituality only. You can't say it's religious book. Nowadays, when we find every human being stressed, even the youth studying in school or in university, they are sometimes very stressed. So Gita is about the stress management also. Sukha dukkhe same kritva labha labha jaya jaya. So how to balance our mind? When that happiness is there, that sorrow is there, that failure is there, that victory is there, when someone praises you, when someone criticizes you, so how to make your mind balanced? So yogi is a balanced personality. Don't deviate. So all those teachings are the main teachings you cannot forget from Bhagavad Gītā. There are others also. I think these 3-4 teachings are more important source. Thank you.
My name is Krisha and I'm 12 years old. My question is that when we say Om Namaḥ Pārvatī and Jai Shri Rādhe, why do we raise our hands?
Why we?
Raise our hands.
Krisha, a fellow was driving a car and he was overspeeding. The police tried to stop. He didn't. He drove faster than before. And the police followed him. After few miles, other police cars also came. And they all make that fellow to stop somewhere. And the police told that fellow, come out of the car, come out. He came out and the gun was pointed to him like this. Raise your hands, raise your hands, hands up. And he came like this, right? Jaya Jaya Shri Rādhe, Namaḥ Pārvatī Pataye It is because of the thread that he raised his hand. And it is because of the devotion that we raise hands. But to raise hands means surrender. So with that devotion, that was that fear. Because of fear, he raised, and he was forced to raise his hands. But here, due to that devotion, and we surrendered to our Lord, Jaya Jaya Shri Rādhe, we raise our hands. Lord, I surrender to you. Oh Lord Shiva, I surrender to you. Atma Nivedanam. So it is not because of that fear, it is because of that devotion, that dedication. We surrender to our Lord. Jai Shri Krishna.
Who has the question?
Hi, my name is Martin and I'm 11 years old. And my question is, who inspired you?
Manan.
Money, right? Manan. His question is, who inspired Bhaishri?
I get inspiration every moment from Bhagavad Gītā, Śrīmad Bhagavatam, and all our main religious scriptures, including Upanishads, Vedas. But when I was child like you, it was one of my uncles who used to render Śrīmad Bhagavatam. And we used to go with him during vacation time. So he would make us sit there. He would give us mala, japa mala, and he would tell us, do this japa. And doing japa and sitting there, obviously, we were listening his Bhagavad Kathas. And we were given the niyama that you have to read one chapter from Bhagavad Gītā every day with the meaning. So we used to read Bhagavad Gītā regularly every day, one chapter with the meaning. At the age of 13, my grandma passed away. I was studying in Mumbai, was staying at my mama's house. So after completing my 7th, during summer vacation, I went back to my village where I was born, and grandma passed away. So I cried a lot, not seeing her around, because she was so loving and caring. And when she passed away, I couldn't take it and cried a lot. And after a few days, I thought, let us do katha in the memory of grandma. Katha. Because we were used to render Bhagavad Katha by our uncle. So children generally follow elders. They get inspired by them. So I told my parents, I want to do katha in the loving memory of Dadima, grandma. And my mother told, play with your friends, go. Katha. It's a very big thing. But I told them again, I want to do katha. I cannot render Śrīmad Bhagavatam, but I can render Bhagavad Gītā, because I read it daily and I know how to render Bhagavad Gītā, how to do pravachan, and in between how to do sankirtan and bhajan, because I listen my uncle very carefully whenever I went to katha with him. So after 3 days, parents told me, okay, go there in temple with your Bhagavad Gītā book, with your friends. You just sit beneath a tree and read it. Let your friends listen to you. No, there should be Vyaspit. There should be Mandapam. Everything should be well organized. Can't you do this for me? I'm going to do good work in the loving memory of Dadima. Can't you people help me? And then after a few days, my mom discussed with some other elders of the village, and they all supported. Okay, children are doing good work, let us help them. So Pandal were erected. Vyaspit was arranged, and this little Vyasa at the age of 13 was on Vyaspit. And then I did, Meri puja karo. Vyas pujan you should do. So Bhagavad Gītā, Pothi puja, and then Vyas puja. They applied a tikayami on my forehead, and the children like you, they all sat in front of me. There was no microphone. And we started Śrīmad Bhagavad Gītā. And all the elders, like these elders, sitting far from me and looking at me. What these children started playing. This is a new game for them. Let us see how it goes. And it went very well, seriously, dedicatedly, with full of devotion. And the elders who were sitting there, far away, looking curiously at us, gradually, one by one, they started coming to the mandapam and then sat in front of Gaspit behind the children. Now they were late. They were not allowed to sit in front. So they were all sitting there. So 1.5 years session in the morning and 1.5 hours session in the evening. It went on for 7 days. And then after 3-4 days, after 2-3 days, all the pandal was full, with the elders also. And it spread out in nearby villages also, that one little boy is doing Gita Parayan. So, out of curiosity, people from nearby villages also, they started coming and were sitting, and it all went seriously with devotion. So I completed that 7 days Bhagavad Gītā, not Bhagavat. What we are entering here is Bhagavatam. Okay? In 12 cantos and nearly 18,000 verses. But when we talk about Bhagavad Gītā, the teachings of Lord Krishna derived from Mahabharata, and it's a small book of 700 verses in 18 chapters. So I rendered Bhagavad Gītā at the age of 13. And that inspired my uncle also. And he convinced my father that let this child put in some Sanskrit school, Sanskrit Bhasha. That is how I was admitted in a Sanskrit school. Then I learned some Sanskrit and Vedas there. Again after that, my family moved to Mumbai and I joined a regular school. Then I completed my college in Mumbai University, my graduation in commerce. I wanted to become a doctor. Science was and is my favorite subject now also. Wanted to become a doctor, graduated in commerce and doing the Dhamma. It is all His wish. We all are instrument, right? So I'm more than happy with what I am right now, because I am in His seva, in seva of Sanatana Dharma, traveling all over the world. So you can say I was initially inspired by my kaka, my uncle. And rendering Bhagavad Gītā for 7 days at the age of 13, that inspired my kaka to go to a Sanskrit Pathshala, and that made my foundation strong. And that's why I'm here right in front of you. Jaya Shri Krishna.
Question? Comment?
My name is Kavya and I'm 10. So when there's a puja, the Panditji always says for the mom to sit on the right side of dad. Why? Why?
Kavya and Trisha. Both singing shlokas wonderfully. Shri Radhaji standing which side of Lord Krishna? Left side. Sitaji standing which side of Lord Rama? Left side. When we sit in front of Radha Krishna to worship, to do puja, when your mom sits in the right side of your daddy, so she will be sitting in front of Radhaji. And your dad in front of Lord Krishna. That is one thing. Second, it has some significant meaning. To become Vam is ulta. Vam is left. Why Sitaji is in the left side? In our Sanskrit language, we call a woman Vama. It is the left part of a male's body. So without her, the male is incomplete. So it is the female who completes him. So without Radha, Shyam Adha. Bina Radha, Shyam Adha. While she is believed to be left part of the body or the existence, your heart is in the left side. She is and she should be his heart. It's all about emotions. Purush, male, is more intellectual living creature. The woman has its own intellect, but she loves to live in emotions more. And that's why males are physically stronger than the women, but women are emotionally stronger than the male. So whenever the male, the husband, the son fails and is emotionally weak, so we get some depression. So it is always the sister, the mother, the wife standing beside him and supporting him. So she is a great emotional support for a man. Sometimes, I always say, because she is Vamahan, your left part of the body is a little weaker than the right
part of the body. If I want to take some heavy thing, I will lift it up with my right hand, not with the left hand. So as females are physically not that strong, so they can't lift those heavy bags. She cannot lift that heavy bag, but she can make that male to lift her heavy bag. She is that stronger. So Vama, one meaning of Vama, मतलब उल्टा चलना. So if she not cooperate और उल्टी चले तो पूजा नहीं हो सकती. So by sitting right side of her husband, she tells, I am with you, I am supporting you. Whatever you do, I am with you. So by sitting at the right side, she is right there with him to support him. Jai Shri Krishna.
Bhaishri, we have
We have two boys all the way from Delaware, and today they're specially attending the Rukmani Viva, and they know Rukmani Patra, and they want to perform in front of you.
Wow.
His name is Anay and Krish, two brothers.
Very good.
Anay and Krish, come up. So Bhaishri, they came from Delaware, state of Delaware. It's about a couple of hours from here for today's present Rukmani Viva.
Okay, good.
My name is Krish and I'm 9 years old. My name is Anay and I'm 7 years old. श्रुत्वा गुणान् भुवन सुन्दर शृण्वतान्ते निर्विश्य कर्णविवलिन्हरतुङ्गतापम् रूपं दृशं दृशिमता यखिलार्थलाभम् त्वय्युच्यता विशति चित्तमपत्रपं मे काका मुकुन्द महति कुलशीलरूपा विद्यावयोद्रविणधामभिरमतुल्यं धीरापतिं कुलवती न वृणीत कन्या कालेर सिंहनरलोकमनोद्भिरामम् तन्मे भवान् खलु पतिरङ्गजाया मात्मार्पितश्च भवतो द्रविभो विदेहि मा वीरभागमभिमर्शतु चैदराद गौमायुवन्मृगिपते बलिमम्बुजाक्ष पुत्रिष्ट दत्तनियमं वतदेव विप्र गुरवरचनादिभिरलं भगवान् परेश आराधितो यदि गतं रचयेत्यपाणिं गृह्णातु मेन धमघोषसुतादयोन्ये शोभाविनी त्वमजितो दाने विदर्भान्
वीरमहितचैदमयगेन्द्रबलं प्रसह्य मा राक्षसेन विधिनोदवीक्षुकामम् अन्तःपुरान्तरचरीमणिहत्य बन्धु स्वामूढहे कथमिति प्रवदाम्युपायम् पूर्वे दुरस्ति महति कुलदेवी यात्रा यस्यां बहिर्नववधू गिरिजाम्युपेयात् यस्यादिपङ्कजरज स्वपनं महान्तो वाञ्छन्त्युमापतिरिवात्मतमोत्पहत्यै यः रम्भुजाक्ष न लभेय भवत्प्रसादम् जह्यामसूनव्रतकुशाञ्च तजन्मभिः स्यात्। जय श्री कृष्ण।
When I was of your age, I didn't know.
Very well.
And with very clear pronunciations. Wonderful.
Very
See,
good.
this is the future of our Sanatan Dharma here in USA.
Yeah.
Loving all you that you are learning, you try to understand Sanatan Dharma, you try to understand what is the meaning of all these rituals, what is the meaning of all these deities. In fact, we are not idol worshippers, we are ideal worshippers. All the deities has to say you something. There are meanings to it. What is the meaning of Shivalinga? Why that Nandi is sitting right in front of Shiva? All has some meaning. So wonderful. I think it could go on and on and on. But now the time says to stop here. And loving love and blessings to all of you. I enjoyed myself having conversation with you, the youth. And I hope and I pray that this Sanatan Dharma Sanskar will be stronger and stronger inside you. And that will make you not a good Hindu only, a good human being. And so you can serve the humanity, the Sanatan Dharma, the animals like this, and serve the God. Love you all.
एक क्वेश्चन હતો yesterday the one youth asked me કે ભાઈશ્રી એકલા youth માટેનો ભાગવતનો સપ્તાહ કેમ નથી કરતા અથવા એકલા youth no adult and just for the youth કે we know the story પણ એ સ્ટોરી બધી છૂટી છવાઈ છે not in a sequence so in our you know.
We can discuss about Bhagavatam only, but the youth is not going to sit for 3.5 hours. So, the way of telling or preaching Śrīmad Bhagavad should be different than what we are doing right now in this hall. So, it's all about Lord Krishna's Leela and Lord Krishna's teachings as we have in Śrīmad Bhagavatam. Yes, we can enjoy Śrīmad Bhagavatam also. But packing will be difficult.
So, in divine atmosphere of this Samarpan temple, you are the blessed one, and you get an opportunity to interact with Pujya Bhaishri with your quest and jigyasa. And as you know that Pujya Bhaishri is all willing to spare quality time with all of youngsters, specifically બિકોઝ કથા ચાલતી હોય ત્યારે એ કથા ગંગા પ્રવાહ જુદો ચાલતો હોય અને એ વ્યાસપીઠના માધ્યમથી પૂજ્ય ભાઈશ્રી સંવાદ કરતા હોય. પણ question answer session is a special opportunity to have your question, to interact with Pujya Bhaishri one-on-one. And always અહીંયા બધાના જેટલા બધા ક્વેશ્ચનો છે બધાને ઓપોર્ચ્યુનિટી નહીં મળી હોય. પણ જ્યારે પણ તમે ભારત આવો તમારા મમ્મી પપ્પા સાથે ત્યારે સાંદીપની આવજો. ત્યાં પણ આપણા બધા તમારા જેવા નાના નાના છોકરાઓ સાંદીપનીમાં અધ્યયન કરે છે, ભણે છે, ત્યાં જ રહેતા હોય છે. તમારે લોકો 1 દિવસ કે 2 દિવસ જ્યારે પણ અનુકૂળતા હોય ત્યારે સાંદીપનીમાં આવવાનું, એ વાતાવરણનો લાભ લેવાનો, વિદ્યાર્થીઓ સાથે રહેવાનું, ઇન્ટરેક્શન કરવાનું. આપણા ઋષિકુમારો છે જે they are imparting knowledge in Sanskrit and બીજા ગુજરાતી અને ઇંગ્લિશ મીડિયમના સ્ટુડન્ટ્સો છે ત્યાં રહે છે. ટીચર્સ હોય, ગુરુજનો, એની સાથે પણ તમારે સંવાદ કરવાનો અવકાશ મળે. પૂજ્ય ભાઈશ્રી જ્યારે સાંદીપનીમાં હોય ત્યારે તમારા માટે સ્પેશિયલી સમય કાઢી અને તમારી સાથે છોકરાઓ સાથે પૂજ્ય ભાઈશ્રીને ઓલવેઝ ખૂબ આનંદ આવતો હોય છે. એટલે જે પૂજ્ય ભાઈશ્રી કહે છે કે આવનારી પેઢી આપણું નેક્સ્ટ જેન, એટલે એમની બધી ખૂબ જ જેટલું સામિપ્ય પૂજ્ય ભાઈશ્રી સાથે સમય મળે તો પૂજ્ય ભાઈશ્રી એટલે ખૂબ આનંદની વાત છે. ખૂબ આનંદ આવ્યો. અને જ્યારે પણ ભારત આવો ત્યારે જરૂર સાંદીપની આવજો. ત્યાં હરિમંદિર, ગૌશાળા છે અને ત્યાં સ્પોર્ટ્સ કોમ્પ્લેક્સ છે. એટલે આપણા છોકરાઓ, સ્ટુડન્ટ્સ બધા, તમારા બધા 10-12 વર્ષથી લઈને 22 વર્ષ સુધીના ક્રિકેટ, વોલીબોલ, ફૂટબોલ બધું રમતા હોય એટલે મજા આવશે. જ્યારે આવો ત્યારે જરૂર સાંદીપની પધારજો. અને સ્ટે બ્લેસ્ડ. લવ યુ ઓલ. જય શ્રી કૃષ્ણ.
જય શ્રી કૃષ્ણ. થેન્ક યુ.
આપણને બહુ સરસ તક મળી છે કે ભાઈશ્રી અહીંયા છે. We started as a Samarpan Community Center the scholarship for eligible students. We've received so many applications this year and we are awarding 12 scholarships this year, and we will distribute that with Pujya Bhaishri's Rādhe. And અમે નામ બોલીશું. 6 people are available here, so when I say your name, please come up and receive your scholarship. Sheena Patel, and they're receiving $1,500 this year. Ritvika Patel, Adisha, Ketu Patel, Krishiv Gandhi, and Yatri Patel.
Still one is remaining.
Jai Shri Krishna. They are the selected one, and there are 6 more who are not here out of the 12. So, remaining all of you, you will come as a senior in the future, as in the 12th grade, and then go to the college. Or your friend, your relative may be in that situation sooner or later. So, want to give you a little bit brief information that the temple and community center has established this program for the seniors, those who are in the 12th grade and will go to the freshmen as a 4-year college. There are 5 scholarships which are $1,500 each. They are such that if you are qualified in that, then the first year you will get it. Not only the first year, but year 2 to 4, you will also get, you don't have to re-qualify, except you have to maintain your grade point average. The other scholarship out of these 12, the 7 more, they are just for this first year. And there will be many more such, but right now, given the budget, the 5 are to be renewed every year automatically. And as long as you are of the Indian origin children, you are qualified. Doesn't matter whether you are coming to Samarpan. We wish you are a Samarpan, part of the congregation and a student of the surrounding community schools. But everybody is qualified. And we look at mainly the grade point average and the extracurricular activity. We look at the financial needs, but that's not that somebody who is financially very settled, the parents, they will not qualify. Everybody is qualified mainly on the grade point average. So please spread the word, and we want to see about 50 applications next year. All right? Thank you.
Samna Jai Shri Krishna. Today we have a special birthday for Shri. So I thought we'd have a Guruji's blessing. And this lovely ladies are going to sing, right?
So we're gonna wish Shri happy birthday, and they're gonna sing happy birthday in Sanskrit to wish them.
Janmadinamidam Aipriyasake Janmadinamidam Aipriyasake Santanosute Sarvadamudam Santanosute Sarvadamudam Partayamahe Bhavasasayushi Partayamahe Bhavasasayushi Ishwarakshana Kamsharakshatu Ishwarakshana Kamsharakshatu Punyakarmana Kirtimarjaya Punyakarmana Kirtimarjaya Jivanam Svabha Bhavatu Sartakam Jivanam Svabha Bhavatu Sartakam Bhavatu Sartakam Bhavatu Sartakam. Happy birthday.
To the scholarship, I want to add one more thing. Many families think that receiving something financially from the temple is not appropriate. But because of that, these funds of the scholarship, they are separately and specifically given by the donors. So we are not using for the temple purpose. If you don't apply, they will stay just frozen, not to be used for the worship or anything. And Dr. Jitendra and Dr. Linaben Shah, that couple has given $250,000. And we are keeping in the bank, and the income of it, we are providing the scholarship. Same way, Kirtan and Ami, they have given for this year's funds, scholarship funds, just for that specific purpose. And another donor, they have the trust, and out of that trust, that amount is coming.
So if your parents or somebody says, no, we cannot take it from the temple, you are taking from the community center, established funds only for the scholarship. So there is nothing wrong, you explain to them. Thank you very much. We are going to have a group picture and face the camera nicely, just like in school.